Hi guys, my name is Jana, for those of you who don't know it. Today I want to do a lazy bezel, what I call a lazy bezel. This one is 18 millimeters. I'm going to do one with 60 millimeters now. If you do 18 millimeters, then you need 12 pearls to work with, and 12 3 millimeter bicones, 12 2 millimeter round Swarovskis, and another 12, so that's a total of 24 pearls for the back. So, the fun of this lazy bezel is you can do whatever you like. This is a shrinky dink. That's my handsome husband over there. I made this several years ago. And he's holding my cat right there. And this is what I did on the back. I used the round Swarovskis. But that's not smart. It's smarter to use the pearls, because if you sweat, the sweat will take longer to go into the pearls and reach your Rivoli. But if you sweat, then this goes easier into the round Swarovskis that are on the back here. So, you know, this is a really fun project, maybe to do with your kids. You will have to recalculate, of course. I have no idea what size this is. You'll have to calculate every time and try until it fits when you do them with shrinky dinks. But they're fun. So, for this project, I have a 16 millimeter Rivoli, and I'm going to use 11 pearls. I'm going to use some size 15-0 seed beads, some Swarovskis 3 millimeters, and I'm also going to use some galvanized seed beads to put in between. And I'm going to teach you guys how to speed bead, and it's a difficult project to start speed beading with, but that's why I call this the lazy bezel. You want to get it done as quickly as possible. I'm going to put everything out of the camera because you already know what I'm going to be using, and I want to make sure that that camera doesn't focus on anything but my hands. So, what you need is fire line, size 0.006. I got the one that I got in the store. Oh wait, that's the black one. I don't want that. I want white, so I think I will have to start for the first time with my wildfire. Let's see how that works. I got this from Beadaholic, in case you want to know. It's more expensive than Fireline, so I wasn't too thrilled that I had to buy more expensive. This is also 0.06. I don't know what the difference is. It feels a little different in the fingers, a little stiffer. I'm going to take an arm span wide, and I'm going to cut. Now, the reason I'm using white is because I need to go through my clear bicones, AB, and in between the black pearls there will be yeah, what will be? I think I'm going to use my 2 millimeter round Swarovskis. So let me add that one too, in between the pearls. And I'm going to start this off with my fingers. It's a little bit more flexible, seems to be better quality. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up with 2 seed beads. And a bicone 3 millimeters, AB, Swarovski, and another pearl, and a pearl, and that works fine with the hands, I say. That's perfect. And putting on another 2 seed beads, and I'm crossing in the seed beads with my other thread. So yeah, that's nice stuff. Okay, and put it down so that my Swarovski is on the right side and my pearl is on the left side, and I'm going to put on my needle the right thread. And I'm going to pick up a Swarovski, 2 seed beads. I'm going to pick up a total of 5 pearls, but not all together. First a pearl, 2 seed beads, another Swarovski, 2 seed beads, another pearl, 2 seed beads, another Swarovski, 2 seed beads, another pearl, two seed beads, a Swarovski, 2 seed beads, and another pearl. So this is what I call speed beading. I think I made that up myself, but some things go faster. So you're going to pick up the other thread now, put that on the needle, and because we have a Swarovski here on the left side now in this case, and the pearl is on the right side, I'm going to pick up a pearl because it's a Swarovski and a pearl next to each other. So picking up a pearl, and I'm going down into 2 seed beads above the Swarovski, like that. And I'm going to pull that tight, and now we have a pearl here and 2 seed beads, and next to the pearl is the Swarovski, so I'm picking up the Swarovski and I'm going down into 2 seed beads right there. And now we have the Swarovski again, that's next on the thread, and the 2 seed beads, so we're picking up a pearl and we're going down into 2 seed beads, pull that through, and you're just going to do that until you run out of pearls, or you have a total of 11 pearls and 11 Swarovskis on there. There's a little bit of extensive pearl there that I need to get off because you don't want it grinding. Cut it off if you have to. You don't want your thread grinding against it, so sometimes that happens, not very often. Okay, so we got pearl again, and that means we need a bicone to go back in there. 2 seed beads. And now we have a bicone again, so we need a pearl. Going into the 2 seed beads from the top. Next one is a pearl. So that means you need a bicone. Crossing the threads in there. Next one is a bicone. That means you need a pearl. And go back in there. So this is basically your right angle weave, and but you know, you can speed beat with that, and I'm kind of lazy, so I like to do that. Okay. So I'm almost at the end. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pearls on there. This is 10 and 11. That means I need my bicones. And for that last part, I will do it with my fingers. This is nice. The wildfire thread is pretty nice. It's pretty stiff compared to the fire line. So that shouldn't be a problem. Unless, of course, you have problems with the hands, arthritis or something, then it's a little bit more difficult. And go in bicone and pearl on the other side. And cross into. And one more. Bicone. That need to go down. And the thread for the bicone goes in on the bicone side, and the thread of the pearl goes in on the thread, in the seed beads on the pearl side. I'm going to put that on my needle. I need it there anyway. So, pushing that in, making sure everything is tight. And now I'm going to go into the bicone in the middle, and I'm going to add size 15-0 in between all my bicones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Moving up the 2 seed beads, into the pearl, out of the way of the other thread, of course. And now we need to cross our threads in this black pearl, so that's the way it's gonna look. And we just need to get our needle off and go on the other. And into the pearl. So both threads are coming out of this pearl now. Next thing we do is take 2 seed beads, and we're going to speed bead this part too, but not ever the first part, okay? And we're going to do pearls on the back. So I got my 11 pearls right here. So I'm picking up a pearl, and the first one doesn't speed bead, so you're going to pick up 2 seed beads, put them on your thread, and cross in there. And you can do this basically all the way around if you don't want to speed bead, which means your left thread goes into your pearl, your right thread gets a pearl, and 2 seed beads. And you're going to cross the one that has the needle, into the 2 seed beads, and there. So if you want to do this by hand, you can just do that pearl by pearl, like that. Pick up a pearl on the right side and cross into seed beads. But I'm lazy, so I'm going to speed this up. Meaning I'm going to go into the pearl, pick up 2 seed beads, a pearl, and 2 seed beads, skip 1 pearl and go into the next. And I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads again, a pearl, and 2 seed beads, skip 1 pearl, go into the next. Pick up 2 seed beads, pearl, 2 seed beads, skip a pearl, and go into the next. And I'm going to leave it right here because I can't pick up another one and go in here. I need to cross my threads in this last one. So that means picking up the other side now. I'm picking up a pearl and I'm going back down into 2 seed beads, and I'm up the pearl, down to 2 seed beads, picking up another pearl, down the seed beads, in the pearl, down to 2 seed beads, pearl, down seed beads, up the pearl, down to 2 seed beads, picking up a pearl, and at the end I need to cross that into seed beads, I'm going to go in the pearl, and in the seed beads. On the other side, I pick up my last pearl, and I go up the 2 seed beads, and next thing I do is I'm going to go from pearl to pearl, closing that up. Gotta make sure that everything is tight. And I'm going to do, let me see, 1, 2 more, 1, 2. Okay, this thread is coming out on top, and we're going to pick that up, go into the middle purl, down the seed beads, and go around all the way to the other side so that your threads will meet up right there in the middle, right here. So going around. Okay, now put the Rivoli in and tie a double knot. There, 1 and 2, and that's really tight and snug in there. Okay, now get away from the knot, pull the knot into the purl, pop, pull that again, put it really tight, and get away a little farther. If you can still get in between your pearls, yeah, no problem. Okay, and go up to 2 seed beads at 9 on your needle, 9 seed beads, size 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and go down in the other 2 on the other side. There, that's our loop. And go into the bicone, just the bicone, up 2 seed beads, into the purl, down 2 seed beads, because we got to go through that loop 3 times at least, and into 2 pearls, up all the seed beads, down all the seed beads too. And now let's move in a different direction, because we went there first, so now we're going to go left, and we're going to do the same. 1 left, 2 up, 1 purl, 2 down, 2 pearls, and up all of them, and that evens things out, and you've just gone through there 3 times. There. And this is Fireline. It's really thick, so this will be sufficient for me. But you know, if the loop still feels a little wiggly, I can't even push that in anymore. Then go through there 1 more time, but do that with the other thread, and do that after what we're going to do next. Okay? So pick that up, the other thread. And that's still where the knot is, so first we're going to move that away from the knot. And then we're going to go 2 up into the purl. And now we're going to get out our 2mm Swarovski rounds and go from purl to purl. And you won't see these ugly threads anymore. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also in between there to straighten out that loop. And once you put that in between there, you'll get a nice round loop. Next one. Next one. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the pearl in that direction, and I'm going to continue going around until my thread meets up with the other one. It means I have to go through my pearl and my 2mm bicone again, my 2mm round again. So I would think this would be about meet up spot. And that would be bicone, up to into the pearl, into the 2mm, and don't tie the knot in front of the 2mm, so when you pull that, you pull your knot into the 2mm. Make sure you pull it in the pearl, that's got more room. Tie 2 knots, or 3, depending on what you use. I find that 2 knots are pretty good with this wildfire. Do I like it? Oh yeah, I love it. It doesn't damage. It still looks good, and I've been grinding it pretty well. So now I'll put my knot in there, getting that away, getting the thread away. So this goes up here and won't be pulled too hard because I don't want to pull my knot out of the other pearl. I'm going in there. In there. Gotta pick up that 3mm again. Okay. And I'm going to cut it off, and all you need is your cord. And this is how I put it through. So I got the cord, got the clasp and everything on there, and don't forget to put a little bicone on there if you use AB or something. You know, make sure that it's the same color. I had a round bead in my hands. Couldn't find my bicone so quickly, but I will put blue bicone sapphire 6mm on the end of the loop when I put this one here. So that's it. I hope you liked it. So here's the difference. This is the 18, and this is the 16mm, and I've done this all the way around with 2mm rounds in between that I used up here. I also used in here, but that's not possible with the size smaller. So I hope you liked it, and yeah, you can make some shrinky dinks too. Bye! See you next time.